Let's take a look at this question here from Fuhua. Express this in partial fractions. So partial fraction, first step, always remember, we need to check if we need to do long division. So we're checking the power in x. The highest power in x for numerator is 1. So I'm going to write down degree 1, come from this one here. And x squared times x will give you x power 3. So for denominator, the highest power in x is in degree 3. So since 1 is less than 3, we do not need a long division step. So now let's start to express this in partial fraction. And before I do that, let me remind you about this x squared is not a quadratic factor. So this can be written xx times x plus 1. So what you can see, you see 3 linear factors. This is distinct, okay? So what happens is this is a repeated of this linear factor. So I'm going to split this one into over x. So the next one, because it's repeated, is over x squared. And the third linear factor, x plus 1. So this is a linear factor question. So for the numerator here, we're going to put constant. Let me insert A, B, and C here. Right, next step, we're going to multiply LCM on both sides, which is these 3 terms here. So I'm just going to bring down the numerator. When I multiply, these 3 brackets are gone. Let's start doing it on the right as well. So whatever you have, you take it away. So I have 3 brackets here. Take away 1x. So left with A and x plus 1. For B, this 3 bracket, I take x squared, means I take these 2 away. I left with this. And the third one here, so this 3 item, I take x plus 1 away. So I left x squared. This is your next step. Let's now find out how to find A, B, C, the unknowns. So I'm going to take a look at here. I'm going to insert x so that I can get rid of these 2 terms here. So we're going to let x equals to 0, okay? So this is simple. So if this is 0, so I left with negative 1 on the left. So this is times 0 here at the center. Everything is gone. Times 0, this term is also gone. So I left with this term here. So let's write down. So B, so 0 plus 1 is going to be a 1. So therefore, B answer is negative 1. So I've gotten 1. Next, I'm going to see what else can I do. I'm going to insert negative 1 so I get rid of these 2. Let's insert it on the left-hand side. So I have 2 times negative 1 minus 1 equals 2. So if I insert negative 1, this whole thing is gone. So I have no more. So I'm going to focus on this one here. So I have C times negative 1 squared. Okay? So if you can't see, let's just work this out. This is negative 2 minus 1. That's a negative 3. Negative 1 squared is positive 1. So now I'll have C answer as negative 3. Alright? So we have B, we have C, we are pending for A. Let me just show you another method other than inserting value for x. So what I can do, I can multiply this AX into here. So I can rewrite as AX squared plus AX. If I'm going to multiply this in, it's going to be BX plus B and plus CX squared. So I can also use another method which I compare. So since I want A value, I either compare x squared term or x term, okay? So let me compare x term here. To the left is 2. So the left is 2. Alright, so I write the coefficient down. And for here, I will have A plus B. Alright, so since I have B answer is negative 1, let me insert this back in. So 2 equals to A minus 1. So moved it over. So therefore, A must be equals to 3. Let us make a conclusion. So therefore, this fraction here equals to, so replace this here. So I have 3 over x. B value negative 1, right at center the negative value. So 1 over x squared. And the third one, negative 3 for here. So negative at the center. So 3 over x plus 1. So this is a question on partial fraction.